I've been scammed. My PPC agency and contractor took off with my money and they have poor performance and I got zero sales after spending $50,000 to $70,000. What do I do? You have no idea, folks, how many times I've heard this exact same conversation this year. It's shocking how many scam agencies and scam PPC contractors are out there. It's almost alarming to a certain extent. And what's really sad is there'll be times I'm in a pitch, and what'll happen is I'll lose that pitch. The client will go somewhere else. Lo and behold, and we're talking almost these many times now, which is roughly 10. How many times I get that call 3 to 6 months later? Hey, Yosef, remember that pitch and all those cool ideas? And we talked about, we brainstormed. Oh, yeah. How are you doing? How's the new agency working out? I have a problem. And or do you have time? And I hear it. And then, which is, unfortunately, it's great for me. Very sad situation. Because what happens in those scenarios is once, a scammy PPC agency takes your money, you have a bad taste about this, right? You don't want to deal with this. Like the fact you're even coming to me is amazing. It's a blessing to me. Like I'm so happy, but that means you still have faith in PPC. But what about all the people that don't, right? What about all the people that scam this? They screw it. That really hurts our industry, folks. And it's something that the reason why I made this channel because I wanted to elevate and really drive the conversation on how we can improve things in the PPC industry because I saw this so much. So today, let's talk about how to find a decent agency, right? How to avoid scams, because I really want to better this industry. So let's kind of just dive into it now. So the first way to avoid a scam agency is through referrals, right? And that's the number one way. It's actually the same way you'd approach a job, right? You'd go to your friends and be like, hey, I want to, I have this new product. I have this new whatever company. What do you recommend? And most of us are all in marketing in some way, shape, or form, or company ownership or small business. We've all had these situations. Please, check with your friends. That's probably the best place to go. The next is key platforms, right? And that's like the Fivers, the Upworks. And I already hear people yelling across the video monitor right now, why you just said this that Upwork is full of scam PPC users, right? And it is. But there are things that I'm going to show you that you can use to make sure you filter those people out, right? And so let's just dive into this. Let's talk about it. So this is me right here. This is my LinkedIn. And if you see here, I am top rated plus, right? So I've worked very hard to get this. This takes literally about 4 months just to earn this one particular badge, right? And it's just 4 months. That's not long. Well, it kind of is because you have to have great scores, great feedback the whole route. And, only 3%. So 97% of the people on Upwork don't have this badge. Only 3 people or 3%. That's terrible. Like really it should be, I'd expect, which is good because it holds people accountable, but I'd expect this to at least be 20, 30%, right? Just like any bell curve, it should be the third, and and that's it. So the fact it's top 3 is kind of scary. But that's where you can filter out good people, right? And that's why they have that certification. The next is a job success badge, right? The job success badge is very important. Like this means I've batted. Like if I was batting home runs, I bat a home run every time. Every single time someone partners with me. And that's outstanding. I'm very proud of this. You have no idea. And the fact that I've really, even on my side, what I love about this is I've been cautious. So if you notice it's 100%, that's because I saw jobs that I just knew I couldn't, at the time, now I could pretty much do any PPC job. But at the time when I first started, I couldn't. I knew my limitations. I knew I couldn't do all this creative that they requested to and all this SMM posting, or some kind of weird elevated buy. Now I can definitely intake it. But at the time I knew my limitations. So that way I was able to say, hey client, I think you're better off, let's just be honest, just going somewhere else. The results are outstanding. It's 100%. Again, because I knew my limitations. Very key point. Let's actually go back here. So let's talk also about certification. So let's go back again. So the certifications process is quite interesting because you have Google Ad Search, I'm certified there, and Google Video Search. Now, is that a big deal? No, it's not. It's not a big deal in the slightest. These are actually easy. Anybody knows the Google test is easy, but no one takes the darn test. That's the weird thing. If it's so easy, why aren't you taking it, right? Like, it makes sense. So the fact, and you know what's strange is now they actually have a proctored test. So they're taking a step out of Meta Blueprint, which I'm going to go to right here. They're taking a step out of Meta Blueprint because that's a proctored test, and it's a very serious test. And the fact they're giving it more weight is awesome. And then that takes me to Meta Blueprint. Meta Blueprint, why do I keep talking about this thing ad nauseum? You know, I hear this all the time. You know, the reason why I talk about Meta Blueprint so much is because it gives you so much and demands from you so much. It demands that you know how to buy. I promise you, folks, if you took 100 certified buyers, even just buying certified, not even the dual one that I have, 100 certified buyers versus 100 they're not, the 100 they're not are bound, I promise you, bound to have errors, bound to have overages, bound to run the wrong creative. How many times has that happened to you, right? Bound to not just run the ROAS at 0.1 and never get you anything. The certified buyer knows what's going on because it's such a hard test. You know, it demands that you know what the hell you're doing, let alone when you're double certified, right? And if you could double certify or even certify one of these, the Google one's a cinch. So is the TikTok and all the other ones. It's not that hard. I just focus on these because these are my key e-com platforms. But it's shocking how many people, you know, will get certified on Coursera, Masterclass, Udemy, all these, you know, third-rate areas. Do you know what that equivalent is, really? That's the equivalent of being taught on YouTube. So when somebody says, oh yeah, I'm Coursera certified or whatever, really that just means they were taught on YouTube. Like, I really equate it to that. If it's not this from the official platform, it's trash. Really, it is. That they invest millions into setting up this program and promoting it. And many times, a lot of large agencies, they give them for free. So, and it's only good for 2 years. So why not? Check your buyer. Make sure they're certified. Make sure they know what they're doing. Going back here. So we talked about that. Another issue is access. This is great. As an agency owner, I make sure any client has full access to me at any given time. They can text me. Will they talk to me within 30 minutes? Probably not. But hey, I promise you, I'll clear my schedule if it's important and something happened or anything weird is going on. I hold myself and my team fully accountable. You know, we're spending too much. We're spending your hard money, right? We're spending your hard-earned money out there. We want to make sure that you're happy. And that if you have any insecurities or any questions, that we address it head on and make sure that you're satisfied. Do you have that level of access and communication to even your buyer, let alone the head of the company, right? And so it's just something I've really founded on. Is it harder to scale that way? Yes, it is harder to scale that way. I know that. But I'm not here to scale. I'm here to get good results for my clients. I'm here to get good referrals from my clients. That's what I'm here for. I could care less if, you know, I really want to make sure I have good clients that are very happy with me. If they're not happy, then what are we doing this for? Right? That's why so many people are getting scammed. What they're doing is they're A, not certified, B, they're just taking clients, and they're just churning the engine, and then the one poor buyer is working on 20 accounts. That's the problem. And then you have an account manager who isn't helping them. Maybe they're doing billing, but you don't even get to talk to the buyer. You should know. The client should absolutely have a first-hand dialogue with any buyer working on their account. That's why I'm involved. I actually do a lot of the buys on my own. I don't mind. That's fine. I want to make sure I do them because I want to make sure if that client, if it's a ROAS problem, is it a creative problem? Is it an SEO problem? Is it a website optimization problem? Path of conversion problem? What is it? Is it a tech? Do we need a Shopify tech to connect the product page to the merchant center? Like what's going on? So it's really making sure that you have access to a buyer, owner of the company, or somebody in charge that can really help you. There should never be a time like we're going to get back to you later or this thing. It should really be, everything should be addressed in real time, period. And it's funny too, when I onboard clients, I automatically set up 2 meetings a week. 2 meetings a week. One in the beginning, one at the end of the week. So make just until everything's steady, ready, and then, once the buys are going on, then it's fine. Then we can take it down to 1, and then you could always go back to 2. It doesn't matter. I could care less. That's fine. Cool. So the next one is AI and technology. So we actually have a ChatGPT 4 interface that we have where we have actually taught the AI how to analyze our data in a specific form. And it's beautiful. It's really cool. And then also we do predictive modeling. We don't just enter it in, give me keywords and ad copy. No. This is actually a taught platform that we've done that's really impressive. I actually have another Medium article on it. But one thing I've done is I've actually partnered my agency, YRV Dynamics. We've partnered with Power My Analytics, and we deliver reporting that looks like this. And this is really granular stuff. And why is this important? If you're getting Excel reporting or it's just some slide stuff and that BS like that's exactly what it is. It's garbage. It's trash. Your reporting, it is, you're 2024, almost going to be 2025 in another whatever year. Your reporting should look like this. It really should. It should be very dynamic. It should be literally breaking down all the different conversion parts of the smart funnel, from awareness to mid funnel to bottom funnel, identifying the audiences and the corresponding creative. And they should all not be the same. It should be all different stuff for each part of the funnel, right? You're not going to be using the same creative. So you have to have that deep reporting. You have to understand what's going on there. That's what this is for. You can't do that on Excel. Are you crazy? That's nuts. That's just going to be vomit, really. It's not going to look like it's just going to be data just all over the place. It's a bunch of numbers. You need that storytelling to identify the linear curves and where the peaks and the valleys are and the corresponding ROAS. Like, really, that's how it goes, my friends. It's very important that the storytelling is there. Usually one of these things is about 10 slides roughly. And that's per platform. So that's with Facebook and Google. Well, wait a minute, Joseph. I don't need 30 slides of reporting to tell me what's up. No, you don't. But heaven forbid that thing crashes and you need more reporting, or we need to do an analysis where the hiccup is, where it's going on. You're going to need it. We're going to have to go through all that. And it's funny too, this actually, so when I give this link to you, you're able to set the dates or whatever, go forward, backwards in terms of time, look at it by day, look at it by week, and make your own analysis, if you will. So if you have to go to a board member and they right off the fly say, oh yeah, do you have the reporting for all of last year? Boom. You just literally pop it up and change the dates. That easy, folks. And you have all that granular data. It's beautiful. And then most of all, it's free. I offer this free to all my clients. It's in your retainer, my friends. That's how much I believe in this. Like, if you're getting Excel, throw it out. Demand it's in some kind of dashboard, live dashboard like this. It better not be in a slide deck. Even those are wonky, and you can't really tell the level of detail there. You need to go through this, really. And this just baffles me. So I offer this free to all my clients, and it's with Power My Analytics, which is the number 2 in line right after Google Supermetrics. So, and then on top of that, one thing I want to talk about, I'm a premier partner. So if you like, let's actually do this now. So if I go to Power My Analytics and I go to YRV Dynamics, I have my own page on Power My Analytics because I do I'm actually contracted to work with them for Fortune 500, ad agencies, you name it, I do it. So it's a very cool program, and I'm so proud to be part of this because it means I'm a vetted partner that works with them. There's only I think, let's see here. So I'm at the bottom because I'm Y. So there's roughly 11 or 12 partners total. That's it that are contracted, allowed to do this. I'm one of them. So I take a lot of pride in that. That's awesome. And okay. So again, really making sure you have some good tech. You need to have tech. Like you're dealing in digital. You shouldn't be dealing in Excel. You're dealing in digital, high tech, good platforms, AI, and dashboard reporting technology. The next is a Swiss Army knife. What does this have to do with being a scam? Well, usually scam agencies and contractors, they do creative. I have seen it. Usually sucks. But if, heaven forbid, you need SEO, heaven forbid you need a video editor, heaven forbid you need a Shopify tech. I have that. If you, no joke, I really do. I offer all those services because I invest in my personnel and my company to fix this, because I know it's all ROAS related. I know it's all conversion related. So I've invested in all those pieces to make sure that we can solve those problems. We also do SMM. Yeah, I'm not social media marketing. That's fine too. We also do content creation, but we also do all the other things, which is amazing. I'm so proud of that. It's funny. When I pitch clients on PPC, one of the things that's in demand most, a video editor, not our buyers, because they know they're here already for our buying. Their buying is unquestionable. Look at the Medium articles, look at the other YouTube videos. But it's the things that are in demand that really open everybody's eyes is the video editor, which is amazing, and my Shopify tech, who's able to connect Judge Me, Google reviews, and Merchant Center, and connect those pipes. It's amazing. It's amazing. And that's something that a lot of agencies cannot do. I'm able to do that. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because most scam agencies just stop at PPC. That's what I'm saying. And the same thing with AI and tech. Do you think that an agency that has poor performance is going to want to be transparent with their buys and do reporting? No, they won't. They want to keep you in the dark as long as possible to make that 1 to 3 months, and they're gone, right? I show you from day one how your buys are doing through my dashboards. It's there's no hiding. There's actually a lot of accountability, if anything. So keep that in mind. They're gonna want you to get Excel or just some complicated Excel sheet that's garbage. We actually provide the dashboard so you can read the storytelling's all there. The next one is ad accounts. This is a very popular scam, and it is a scam of all scams. What happens here is the team, your agency team, will build out the ad account. They'll make you a billing manager or whatever. You can just enter the billing. They make you a standard user. They're the admin or the creator. They give you access. You think you have access, and you don't. And so what happens is eventually all good things come to an end, and when you go to disengage with them, guess what? They want another $10,000 or $20,000 for your ad account. This is the biggest ripoff. If I literally, it's make that out of all of them, this one I get angriest about, because this is your property. You did the buys. They didn't do the buys. I mean, they did the buys, but you paid for this. You paid for a retainer. It's paid for services. This ad account belongs to you, my friends. And you know, it's funny. Right off the bat, when I onboard a client, the first thing I say is, do you have an ad account? Yes, I do. Second one, or usually. And then if it's not, I go, we have our own, but I actually suggest let's make you one. Let's spend an afternoon. Let's go through a screen share. We'll set it up together. You can enter your name. Make me an admin just for a minute. I'll set everything up. Now downgrade me into a standard user. Boom, you're an admin. You're in charge. So if anything ever happens, you just all of a sudden want to hire somebody internally or go somewhere else, you're more than welcome to. There's no breakup crying going on. We're all adults. Right? There's no I'm gonna get you, and that's so childish. Oh my Lord, that is so childish. It's really making sure that this is your property, and you need to make sure today that you know what goes on. If the day you say I don't want to use your services, there's a game plan. Okay, I get this, and that's it, and off I go. Really, it should be. I've seen a lot of weird stuff, so where people kind of quasi have it, and they, the quasi still work with the other agency. They don't want to do. It's strange, very strange. Make sure that you have your own business manager and ad account on Facebook. Make sure you have your own MCC, which is My Client Center, on Google. Make sure you have your own ad account on Google. Make sure they're all linked, and make sure you're the admin of it, and there's no other admin. Right? Now there are times I need to be an admin. I'm not knocking that, but it should be temporary. So that's really it. So anyways, I hope there's a lot here. I didn't mean to go talk ad nauseum, but there's some great, stuff here to make sure you just don't get scammed. And, I really want to make sure that, PPC is shown in a much better light. I want to elevate it. I want to improve it. This goes to any PPC buyers too. Make sure you just listen and really provide some good service and invest in yourself, invest in your buying skills, and really deliver some really great quality work to your clients. I'm on Medium. Feel free to check this out. There's a corresponding Medium article for this I'm going to put in the description. My other content on my YouTube, as well as Reddit. I'm very proud of it. We have over 550 karma points on our current Reddit profile right now, which is really good. I started at 0. And then, of course, we have our site. And then we have our LinkedIn as well. So check me out there. If you have any questions, please reach out. Any questions at all. I'd even put my phone number here, but I don't think that's a little extreme. Just get to me on LinkedIn. I promise you we'll be friends. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great weekend.